Okay, she's back at it again with another YouTube video. Where's that from? I remember hearing that growing up. Oh my god, the anxiety I felt today, I haven't felt in a while. I can't say years, but in a while. Because it wasn't that in comparison, it wasn't that intense. But it was intense. I was walking back from the gym, which is funny. I didn't get anxiety at the gym, which is like the anxiety place. But back from the gym, I was like, which I still have, getting shortness of breath, and it was getting really hard to walk for some reason. And I made it by looking down, and I wasn't getting like, I was getting shortness of breath, but I wasn't hyperventilating, which was also interesting because that's not usually how I get anxiety. I'm feeling it right now. And I was walking, and I just got really tired. And well, the point is that I looked down and I was looking one step at a time, one step at a time. At one point it felt so endless. There was this tree that was like this, had like the bottom trunk, and then it branched out into two big logs, and I lodged myself right in the middle of that. I probably look really funny, but I was just there like, oh, just breathing, and it was raining, not super hard, thankfully, but I have cards in front of me, and one just came up. Gorgeous energy. But the point is that I go home. Why am I here? In the morning, I watched a few videos, which triggered the shit out of me. I don't know if I'm ready to talk about what that is. But yeah, I know what it is actually. It triggered, yeah, I mean, I know what it is. I do feel ready to share it. About opening up to love again, and my initial reaction is hell the fuck no. Like, resounding, if that's a word, no. However, there has been something good coming out from this. From watching these videos that called me, was that I started to process so much. That's actually what began to cause this anxiety. And then so many other feelings started coming out, like feeling undeserving, feeling ugly, feeling so many things. But let's narrow it down to feeling undeserving of good things and feeling incapable of keeping those good things in my life. And it's also very much related to home. Though there's this surety within me that I know I will keep home because it's important, but it's a mental surety. It's not within my heart. Within my heart, I am not sure. I am not sure if I deserve it, and of course I do. And it has been so hard to shift my perspective, almost like trying to, like, imagine some rusty metal machine. It's pointing a certain way, and you need to like gear it, and you can hear the noise like ee! To point another way. It hurt to move it, but then I am in a little bit of a better mood because I am talking to you, which is good. Then I got this intuition. What was that? I got this intuition of, because the anxiety was getting worse, so I came back, had lunch, wasn't feeling good. I cried for a bit. I think like I traumatically fell asleep. You know when you're very scared or stressed that you just fall asleep? I just fell asleep on the floor. Well, I have a blanket right here either way, but I fell asleep here. And then it was just getting bad, and I started watching some Zoe Suggs Vlogmas videos to just not think. And it's not like my thoughts are bad, but either way. like I needed something to distract me. That's the point. Because it was too much to deal with. Side note, if you feel a need to be soft with yourself, the message that I want to bring forward, which I don't know what it's gonna be. I'm gonna see what I channel. Could be for you. If you feel the need to be soft, to listen to your wants, to understand that your inner compass comes out when you're following what excites you, and that you're not dumb, and that you because you want that and you know it's possible, and you also want to like make sure that it's grounded. Oof, the anxiety is so bad. It's bad, but it's not horrible because otherwise I couldn't be here. So I got this intuition of go back to the beginning. What caused this? Watching this specific Haley Strawberry tarot reading in the morning. So I felt like go back to that. And then I refresh YouTube and there's a video of her. And then I came to some really important realizations. She mentioned a 2-year cycle closing. In the beginning of the year does not matter. To this, what matters is the conclusions that I drew, which was this past 2 years I've been processing feeling unsafe. Wow. And getting that huge realization from watching a freaking tarot reader, and my love, she is like pinky, girly, beautiful, like what can I tell you, like she is something like the archetype of something that I would have thought as a younger version of myself, of someone that has no credibility. She's a woman because pink girly girl that is emotional and beautiful. You don't put any of those attributes to reliable, trustworthy. You know what I mean? And again, bringing it back to what I said, that this is what this reading, I guess, or whatever the fuck this is, update is about, is if you feel like you're yearning for that energy, then this is where all these realizations are taking me. This is not gonna make sense, by the way. If this is making sense so far, it's a freaking miracle. I'm uploading it anyway, because I'm getting a few views. One of my videos got 8 views the other day. A whole 8 views. Thank you very much to everyone who's watching. That's crazy. So, before we move on, I'm going to read an instruction manual. She mentioned you're being given an instruction manual. Manual? And you're the type of person that doesn't want to read the instructions, the type of person that does not want to hear advice. You rather put your hand on the hot stove than someone telling you, hey, it's hot, don't touch it. And you're like, I need to prove what you just said. And now you're tired of that. You don't want to, aka I don't want to, because it's all about myself. And because this girly helped me out, maybe I can be another girly to help you out. Because I was sobbing and I couldn't do it on my own, and I clicked on the video that I told you when I refreshed, and I just started sobbing and crying and crying, and I felt so thankful for her existence in the moment. And then I remembered, just do what excites you. You feel so fucking stupid all the time, but who cares? Just do what you want to do. So here I am. Okay, so she mentioned instruction manual. We now want to read it because you're being given an instruction manual, right? And I intuitively wrote one. I don't know where this water is falling from, but here she is. So let's see. Number 1, trust what you feel. That instruction manual are your emotions, your feelings. What? That's exactly what I'm saying. Like when you think about credibility, reliability, you don't think of feelings and emotions. You think of logic. Sorry. Reasoning. You don't think of feeling out emotions. That is precisely what I am processing. Fucking bullshit. You only live once, first of all. And you cannot waste your life being in your fucking mind. Yes, we can use the mind to create and create a stability, whatever the fuck. But I think I'm on the verge. Call me delusional. Maybe I am. Follow at your own risk. That that maybe by following my heart, I can find true stability. Me being the spine of my life. Because right now I have stability. But guess what? I depend on other fucking people, and I'm tired of that shit. Because people are fucking unreliable. Not as much when it comes to the physical world, but when it comes to the emotions, to comes with the energy, when it comes to keeping the vibes impeccable, they suck. Not to be ungrateful, but it is the truth. It is the truth. People energetically suck so much sometimes. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're fucking lovely and miraculous. And amazing. Sometimes I'm just in awe of people and I cry. But sometimes you're like, fuck, you suck. And yeah, on the physical realm, everything seems fine and dandy, but when it comes to that emotional world, I'm not judging you. I just don't want to fucking depend on you, so I can't stop being resentful. We agree. We agree. Okay. Number 2. Your wants are sacred. What does it mean? Sacred. Let's see what the... No, Secret can tell me the meaning of sacred right now. But you get what I'm saying. If you like it, you probably want it. Your wants are sacred, okay? That's number 3. Be discerning with fears. They are not wants or likes. 5. Listen to your emotions. Again. 6. When lost in the sauce, do not respond and do not try to understand. A beautiful, beautiful human told me that. When lost in the sauce, do not respond and do not try to understand. When it comes to the mind. Number 7. Honor who you are. That's basically summing up everything else. Honor who you are. So here I am, honoring who I am. And I'm gonna give you a fucking channeled message. And I feel fucking ridiculous, but this is who I am. I usually channel information on the fucking daily, and it's who I am. What does it mean? Where does it come from? I would say angels. But can we prove that scientifically? No, not right now. At least. But who fucking cares? It's literally my guiding light, and nothing in the fucking world could be a better guiding light than that inner intuition. I literally cannot listen to anything else because it's so clear for me. Other people listen to their minds. I don't know, they think, and I think as well. I think, okay? That's an insecurity of mine, like, not thinking. But I think. But I also feel, and I feel things, and I feel like I think it's this, and I think it's that, because I'm feeling it, and I gotta listen to it because it's who I am. Here I am. Okay, so I made this deck of cards. These are the backs. That's like the main card. Yeah. And I already know I'm gonna pull out a card and I'm gonna start channeling a message because I just know that. So I think I'm gonna do this thing because I just saw an image in my head. I realized also yesterday, you know, people say that you can think in images and you can think in words, I think. It's the other one, or like sentences. I'm not sure. I think in images, I realized. I call them visions, my thoughts a lot of the time. And I just saw myself, which is interesting. Is that how people think? Like, I didn't create the thought. It created itself as a response to a need. So I just thought, I actually thought, like, it feels like it came from me. How do I want to pull out this card? Do I want to knock? Do I want to shuffle? Which I usually don't. And then I saw this image of this girl that I see on YouTube sometimes, and she spreads them all out in front of herself. And I just saw that image, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. But that was served to me. That's how it feels like. I didn't create that. Which is funny. Okay, I'm gonna pull one card. I'm not gonna pull three. Are you sure? Feels like too much. Okay. I'm gonna pull three cards one by one. Got it? Okay. Where am I getting these messages? I don't know. I was like, I want to pull one, but I'm really feeling like I want to pull three. And when I say I want to pull one, the three feeling comes stronger. I'm like, okay, something is telling me that I want to pull three. And we'll see the significance of that in a moment. I know which card. It's gonna be this. Oh my god, this feels so important. It's this one. It feels like almost painful not to pick it up. That's how I knew it was this one. I don't know if you can read that or if it's the other way around. This idea that you can be wrong is hurting you so deeply. Commit to a 10-10-1-1 ratio 100%. There's no such thing as right or wrong. There are things that hurt, things that create pain, things that create evolution, things that create comfort, things that make you feel loved. And you can divide that into right or wrong. But right or wrong doesn't really exist because God is in everything. There's no one single moment, one single human, one single creation in the whole entire universe, or anything that's going on this earth that's not fueled by God. God does not see right or wrong, and our minds can immediately go to war and unfairness, but getting stuck on the negativity, and again, negativity does not mean wrong, it's just negative, does not mean that there is not the polar opposite of the positivity, and that there are realms on this earth where positivity reigns. You are probably living on one. People that you know, perhaps people that you see on the internet, there are writers in this world having a great day today. Like, there's a child having the best childhood. There are people who are gonna have the best fucking Christmas of their lives this year. That positivity does exist. And you're literally famous. Dreams are coming true for other people as well today. I just saw like a baby being born and a father being so happy. They are present fathers, and not just physically present but emotionally present, patient fathers that deal with their own trauma and own up to their own bullshit and understand the importance of being a father. These people exist. Beauty exists in this world, and you are committed to not seeing it. These cards were drawn the other day and I let them flat. You're soon to be unveiled. And every being from the land, from the empress to the angels, the fairies and the mushroom people, and the elves and the ogres, everyone is gathering up. Kings and queens, princesses and princes, ponies, horses, tigers, lions, snakes, everyone is coming together. I want to say one more. Topos. I don't remember their name. The blind ones. All of them. Even the blind ones, which is funny, I felt the need to say that, are coming in to feel and see the unveiling. So I've kept having this vision of, or like this continuous, yeah, you can call it a vision or like a message of a statue's being created, a statue's being created, you are the statue, don't over chisel, I think that's how you say it. If you hit too hard or you keep on grinding the stone, you're gonna lose her. Wow, I just got the message. That was one of the last message prior to this one. That was the message I got, which was you need to slow down. You need to stop pushing yourself so hard. I know you feel like it's not enough because you don't have a stable home, because you don't have a stable job, because you don't have money, because you depend on other people. But those fucking 4 things matter absolutely nothing in comparison to the person that you have become. Yes, you haven't actually realized, but this past years, I mean, you know you have been doing it, but you weren't ever focusing on that mentally as much as you were focusing on money. But guess what? Those years were not wasted. We created, because this is a co-creation between you and your angels, we created the happiest, most beautiful little punchkin you could ever see in the world. Why? Because she knows what bliss is. And you know a lot of people in this world know what bliss is. Yeah, you don't have a fucking job because you prioritize your joy. Sue me. Yes, I know. There's fucking guilt. And happiness doesn't pay the bills. And having a really fucking good meditation when you're connected with, like, God doesn't pay the fucking bills. But you're doing that, and that's what actually fucking matters. And now that you're not willing to lose yourself for money, now that you know, because that was a lesson this year, 2025, is I am actually not willing to stop following my heart. That was a hard one. That was a tower moment for me this year. That was a tower moment. Because I was ready to grind on the floor, baby, but I got a UTI. Everything stopped. Had fever and everything. It wasn't painful. The worst part was the fever. And the peeing weird, which I'm still going through. Reminds me to drink water. That all came so flowy. What else do you want to say? I feel like I'm speaking on this. I'm really letting go of the shame, and I'm understanding the work that I have done. And I hear my angels cheering, being like, yeah, she's getting it, guys. I hear them being like, she is getting it, finally. So this unveiling is happening, where you finally get to see yourself. I stopped grinding on the stone, and this beautiful statue came out. Let me see if I do the hand thingy, if it focuses. I think it did focus, right? Well, you can see her right there. And she just has this veil on her, and we're gonna take it off. So that one, it'll come out. I just asked, does anything else wanna come through? And I heard no. But I feel like there's more in me. So if I want to do another video, I will. Maybe I will. Who knows? I hope that helped someone with something. It definitely helped me. I'm feeling a bit better. I'm gonna end this now. Trust yourself. I'm gonna write the instruction manual on the description.